There it goes. Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna sit a little far back, so I'm gonna adjust this down. You're probably sick of seeing me. Today's my day 1.243. It's January 10th, and the title of this video is gonna be called "You Asked for It, You Got It, Baby." I had mentioned previously that I was on a Zoloft that was blocking my highs and my lows, okay, and my emotions. I diagnosed with general anxiety disorder. And anyway, I wanted to cut that dose back because it was taking off my highs and my lows. Specifically, it was not letting me cry. Okay, it was not letting the emotion come out. And today is day 5 that I cut my dose in half. So I don't know what the half-life of, I don't know how they determine something when it gets in your body, how long it takes to build up enough of a level, right? It's definitely not, I mean, it's something that gets in your system. And, but anyway, this morning, I won't exactly say the sluices were loosened, but, you know, I'm able to cry a little bit more. Okay, I'll put it to you that way. And not necessarily over the silliest thing. I mean, I have something in the past. I only really cried. Let me close this little window. I only really cried when there was something catastrophic and something of great wrongdoing against me, for lack of a better word. I had a roommate who, in college, who didn't pay rent, for example, and she totally walked all over me and took advantage of me. And I felt like there was nothing I could do, because of the eviction laws and whatnot. I mean, someone can live, depending on state to state. In Florida, though, at the time, someone could live as long as they paid rent once. They could live almost indefinitely. I mean, you would have to take them to court. And I was a college student, she was a college student, etc., etc. So I just was so upset at the injustice of that arrangement, and that I felt powerless. There was nothing I could do. And so, yeah, I felt sorry for myself. And I cried. And that really has, those types of situations, not being able to transition, yes, again, that has to be kind of a great personal significance to me to cry. When Yondu died in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, boy, I cried it out, okay? But I've noticed that threshold has definitely, in the last 5 days, has definitely receded. And yes, I currently have a transgression against me, work-related, that has upset me, and that's what got me crying this morning, where usually I just would suck it up. And I guess I wanted to note it. I'm very happy, as odd as that may sound, I'm very happy to be sad enough to cry and to be able to get it out. I hope it kind of continues, because I need to, like every human being, I need to vent my emotions, and that's why, to a certain degree, that's why I did this transition, okay, to let the authentic me out. And if the authentic me wants to cry, then by golly, she's going to get to cry. It's the way it should be. In the same way that I cry when I'm happy. My daughter, I think about my daughter, and it makes me cry from, here we go, from happiness, you know what I mean? So it's like little ding. So we'll see. But I guess I wanted to note it because it's been something I've wanted to happen for a while, and then it happened. And then in the case of today, without going into too many details, I had this ball of crying energy, and I have to get my work done. I have to be, I work from home, but I have work to do. And so I can't let this keep me. Yes, baby. What? Are you okay? Where are you? Okay. She's all right. She's exploring. Aren't we all? Boy, that's a statement for me too. So I have to work now. And I guess the again, and this might be a whole other topic for another time, but men versus women in the workplace, and maybe some stereotypical, women can't do this or men can't do this or whatnot. But I almost feel like I'm a smoker, which I'm not. But I've got to get this out. I have to, time out. It's my break. I'm gonna go cry in the bathroom. It makes me wonder: is that what women do? Is that what women have done all along? And I used to have a very close female coworker, and yeah, she disappeared for long stretches of time. She'd get a phone call and she'd come back crying or angry, and it makes me, it's like a beehive. Then the nest is agitated, and is that reality? And that's what I'm saying. You asked for it, baby. You got it. So something to be aware of, and definitely not a deterrent. It's not going to stop me from continuing my transition. I'm definitely much happier today as whatever I am now than what I was 2 years ago or a year ago or even 6 months ago, maybe even last week. And last week was pretty damn good. So I guess I want to share that again, it's one of those things. When you get what you asked for, you're like, oh my gosh, I did. And I hope for everyone, if that is truly what you want, that you will get it. Otherwise, why do it, right? But I know for myself, I got so caught up in female. I wish. Ow! Sorry, we're a little tender tatas. I wish these were bigger. Okay, I mean, we get so caught up in these things, and then at the same time, in our minds, new neural networks are being formed, and our emotions are being formed, and those changes are going on mentally and emotionally as well as physically. Although, again, I wish more development was happening physically. So anyway, I feel better. I'm not sure if like I said, I'm gonna head down to the treadmill. It's my treadmill time. I'm gonna go take out my emotion on the treadmill, for lack of a better word, and I'm hoping that will help me. I can cry when I'm on the treadmill. It's not gonna, you know what I mean? I have to get on the treadmill. 6.6 pounds to go. I have been as low as 5. Last week I was 5. This week, I don't know what it is. It's like you go down and then you go back up and then you go down, and maybe, I guess, eventually you'll pass your previous low. I hope so, because I've got 9 days to lose 6 pounds, and I think if I was to have it today, I'd be like, hey, I've lost 100. I mean, if we did use today's number, if we did 226, I've lost 100 pounds. And I could say to the surgeon, look, you asked me to lose the weight. I've lost 100 pounds. I'm serious. Can we schedule a date knowing that it's still going to be 3 to 6 months in the future? And I will continue to lose weight. I will try. Can we do that? And that's going to make me very happy. Okay. Although I am kind of stealing myself somewhat for that. Well, we really need to be 210 or whatever. I realize you have to have broad generalizations because you're a doctor, or even in my job, fields, classifications. But it would be nice to be treated as an individual, and gee, Karen, you've done so well, and your body, maybe your body chemistry is a smidge different than everyone else, who also happens to be different from everybody else. Okay, we're individuals like everybody else, but we'll see, we'll see. I won't know till I get there, so we'll keep plowing ahead. But that's it. So I had another Star Wars Next Generation flashback to Data, Lieutenant Commander Data, when he got Lore's emotion chip, and he put the emotion chip in his quarters just to try it out, and the first thing he did was cry, and it reminded me of that's the way I felt today, somewhat, that the chemical damper has been removed, and as it allows those emotions to come out. It's a release. It's very cathartic, etc., etc. So, all right, my friends, that's it. I'm gonna get my fat butt down to the treadmill. My not as fat butt, still fat, and slight hiccup with the injections. They're out, which I can understand. But they said they get 2 deliveries a day, and once they get the injectable, they'll send it my way, and then I'll make an appointment with my endo to go to shot school, and I will learn where and how and when to inject myself with estrogen. And I'm hoping to get bigger results. I saw some gals in the Discord Mean Girls Club, and I anonymous, but damn, I wish I had your breasts. Right? Right? You agree? Oh, baby, I love you. Isn't it amazing how they know? Animals know we need love. Look at this cat. I appreciate you. I really do. I think she's an angel. I'm not a very religious person, but God sent. My child is definitely God sent. I believe that for a fact. My child is a miracle baby, because we weren't supposed to have kids and we did. But my daughter has just accepted me as I am, and that I'll cry again. That is just fucking awesome. For all the years that I didn't transition under the guilt and fear of what she was going to do, because I loved my daughter. My daughter's the best thing that ever happened to me, period. And I think it was necessary step. There was a period of time, I'm sorry, I've gone over. Fuck it. There was a period of time where I felt like I had done a mistake. You feel like you do an injustice. If you know you're transgender and you get married anyway and you have a kid, I mean, it's almost like double dookie on you for being a selfish person. That's the way it was explained to me. But I almost feel that no, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. I needed to have that experience. My soul needed to have that experience. I'm not necessarily sure I believe in souls either, but I was meant to be. I was meant to have that experience, to be a father. I couldn't be a mother, so I got to be a father. But I'm very, very thankful, and I have followed up on what it means to be not respectful, responsible parent. And I have, since my daughter was born, I have been both mother and father to her. And that will continue, I'm sure. But again, for all the years that I feared what would happen, it was not real. It was not real. My daughter loves me for me. And that's pretty cool. And we have some moments. She's 11 and I'm 45 going on 11. We're both going through puberty, and there are moments we'll give each other a hug, and like today my tatas are sensitive and her tatas are sensitive, and we kind of like step away from each other going, ow, and then we laugh. I know what she's going through firsthand, and she knows what I'm going through firsthand. And again, what a miracle. What a miracle. Thank you, God. All right, my friends, 15 minutes, time to get down the treadmill and work this out. Lots of good vibes, lots of good thoughts. Again, I had a little exchange, a friendly exchange with a new trans woman I talked about the other day. Her name is Sabrina, and I'm looking forward to meeting her this week. And some good exchanges yesterday with Lacey, who is also, ooh, there's a cry feeling. Cry of happiness. Cry of happiness. Just kindred spirits. Kindred spirits. Kindred spirits. Maybe it's the same thing. Isn't it amazing? You know, I don't know how old Sabrina is. But I was going to say, I'm willing to bet you a caffeine-free Diet Coke she's younger than I am. But then I think about Amber and Amelia, who are younger than both of us. And it's interesting to me how you can have someone in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, their 60s, and I'll add Sarah in there in their 70s. And we're all on this path. We're all on this journey together. And while the journeys are different in context, in some ways they're very, very similar, and we have the same points. Isn't it amazing? I think it is. It was meant to be. It was meant to be. Beshert. It's a Hebrew word for that. It was meant to be. All right, my friends. Good luck to you. And until next time, bye-bye. And good luck on your transition, my friends.